Hello, what's up mga kamat learner? Isang magandang araw sa inyo. For today ay i-share ko ang guidelines on the Basic Education Enrollment for school year 2020-2021 in light of the COVID-19 National Public Health Emergency. Ito yung orientation na nangyari o naganap sa mga higher officials ng DepEd towards the regional offices and division offices ng mga personnel, as well as ito din yung i-share sa mga principal. However, medyo kumuha ako dito or nagtanggal ako dito ng mga ibang slides na hindi related sa mga teachers, kasi ang aim ng video na ito is para i-share sa mga teachers at sa mga parents and even sa mga students ang information at mga guidelines para at least alam nila at malaman nila ang kanilang karapatan patungkol sa enrollment ngayong 2020-2021. So, kung ikaw ay isang parent, isang estudyante o isang teacher, ay ini-invite kita na makinig sa discussion na ito kasi ito ay para sa inyo. By the way, ito nga pala si Sir Ash, ang inyong abot kamay na mga teacher at welcome dito sa ating channel na Math Teacher Ash, ML with Sir Ash. Okay, let's continue. Now, what is the background? The background of these guidelines is, number one, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the school year will open on August 24, 2020. And then, number two, the Learning Continuity Plan outlines various modalities in delivering basic education for the school year. And number three, DepEd seeks to ensure that learners are enrolled in the system and map their context to provide appropriate learning interventions. However, we need to modify enrollment procedures taking into consideration the public health situation. So, again, this is the guidelines for the basic enrollment sa ating coming school year 2020-2021. Okay, now, what are the enrollment procedures? Okay, first, ito yung mga core instruction natin. Enrollment for school year 2020-2021 shall primarily be administered remotely. Now, pag sinabi natin remotely, ibig sabihin doon, wala talagang face-to-face. Tapos, yung Learners Enrollment Survey Form or LESF will be done remotely through emails, messengers, and other means of electronic submission. So, ibig sabihin, hindi magkikita-kita or walang submission personally ang mga enrollment survey forms. Tapos, yung physical submission, if ever meron man, that will only be the last option kapag wala na talaga, na-deduce na lahat ng mga possibilities. Tapos, ito ay mangyayari on the third week of the enrollment period. So, the enrollment period is June 1 up to June 30 of this school year. Okay? Nakuha yun? So, ang tanging mga parents and guardians lamang ang magiging proponents para sa physical submission ng Learners Enrollment Survey Forms or LESF. Okay? So, klaro yun. Walang estudyante para sa physical submission ng LESF. Okay, let's continue. Now, ito yung mga unlocking terms natin. When we say enrollment, it is the registration of learners for the school year. It is also the collection of basic profile of every learner. Tapos, part din dito is yung learner mapping survey. This is the process in which the DepEd or even the school or the DepEd itself gather information on household capacity to access various modalities. Example given are the available gadgets, the possible facilitators, and etc. Okay? So, klaro naman tayo doon. Next is the summary of enrollment procedure. So, we have here the teacher-led enrollment. So, for every learner already in the system, this system is what we call the Learners Information System, the LIS. The teachers will contact their students. So, i-contact ng teachers ang kanilang mga dating estudyante last school year at i-encode nila ang survey information through the LIS. Now, meron din tayong mga hotline sa enrollment. Ito ay yung mga people in charge. Ito yung mga focal persons or tinatawag na EFPs will be designated to receive calls and queries from parents of incoming learner for kindergarten, transferees, balik-aral, and ALS learners. Okay? So, we have the teacher-led enrollment and we have also the EFPs, the enrollment focal persons. Okay, now, let's continue. What are the means of collecting enrollment and survey data? So, Una, pwede phone call. That could be landline or mobile phones. Number 2, it could be SMS or text messaging. And number 3 is through online submission. Example given, Messenger, email, Viber, and among others. Okay, next. What is the physical enrollment? Ano bang proponents nito? Any form of physical contact will be the last option. Take note, last option na ito for all SDOs and schools. Distribution of printed LESF shall be coordinated to the LGU or local government unit. And if parents and guardians are not able to submit enrollment data remotely, meaning online or yung mga through phones and others, the schools in coordination with the LGU shall set up physical platforms like kiosk and booth to collect the LESF. And then all physical contact shall be in strict compliance with the minimum health and safe standards. So yung instructions natin para isubmit yung LESF natin will be announced through multimedia platforms like radio, TV, and social media. Okay? So klarong-klaro tayo sa physical enrollment naman na procedure. Now, let's go to the instruction to parents, guardians, and learners. Now, makinig kung kayo ay parent or guardian or even the learners, kung meron nakikinig dito, ito yung instruction para sa inyo, para at least aware kayo kung ano talaga ang guidelines. When we say guidelines, ito yung sinusunod ng buong Pilipinas in terms of enrollment procedures. Okay, if ever meron mang modification sa school ninyo, pero ito pa rin yung magiging ano nito, yung umbrella niya. Okay, now, for grades 1 to 12 learners, yung mga parents will be contacted by their previous advisor, yung mga dating tagapayo nila, remote enrollment. However, para mas makatipid, pwede din yung mga parents or guardians, sila na yung mag-reach out sa kanilang advisor dati, yung advisor dati na kanilang student, para i-enroll yung kanilang mga anak through contact numbers published by the school. And then, the physical presence of parents or guardian in school for enrollment shall be the last option na lang talaga and shall only be allowed on the 3rd week of June. So, that would be on June 15 onwards. Okay, yung physical ano na talaga enrollment. Kung na-deduce na lahat na hindi sila nakapag-remotely enrolled. Okay, next. Para naman sa mga incoming kinder learners natin, parents or guardians will go or will contact the school to communicate their intent to enroll via digital and or physical enrollment platforms established also by the school and barangay halls. So, pwede silang pumunta doon sa school or pwede silang mag-contact na lang through digital platforms. Okay, next. We go now sa transferee at saka sa balik-aral enrollees. Para sa mga transferee, ang gagawin nila is contact nila yung receiving school or yung school na paglilipatan nila at doon sila magi-inform. Now, ang tanong, paano i-consider nila kung ano yung mga procedure ng school na paglilipatan nila. If it is through Facebook pages or through contact numbers or hotlines, pwede din ganun. Okay? Para naman sa mga balik-aral, ang gagawin nila is i-contact din nila yung preferred school na gusto nilang balikan. Okay? Tapos, susundin pa rin nila kung ano yung mga procedures sa school na yon. Ganun lang kadali mga ka-ML. Okay, let's continue. Now, for ALS learners naman, ang mga ALS learners natin, pwede nilang i-communicate ang intent nila to enroll via digital or physical enrollment platforms established by the school and barangays with community learning centers or CLC. The form to be used in ALS is yung nakalagay sa DepEd Order number 58 series of 2017. This will be made available in digital and physical format. Okay? So, ganun lang kadali para sa mga ALS learners. So, klaro na tayo doon from grade 1 to 12 from our transferees, balik-aral, and from our kinders to ALS learners. Okay, now, let's talk about the protocol for modified general enrollment. There are 3 stages for this protocol. Number 1 is the pre-data collection, the data collection, number 2, and number 3 is the data retrieval. Okay, let's talk first on the stage 1. Now, here is the question. How do we ensure that enrollment guidelines and enrollment forms are widely disseminated, clearly communicated, and understood? Okay, ang sagot para dyan ay ito. Meron tayong designated teachers to facilitate remote enrollment. Yun yung mga class advisors last school year na i-contact nila yung mga dating students nila para i-register for enrollment, whether they will stay or they will transferred out. I-contact pa rin nila yon. Next is to appoint enrollment focal person. Ito yung teacher na walang advisory class, na kung saan siya ang magiging enrollment focal person or EFPs, and there will be also an EFP in each grade level to accommodate the kindergarten, transferees, and balik-aral enrollees. The ALS teacher shall act as EFPs then in order to accommodate ALS enrollees. So, ang contact information ng mga EFPs will be publicly posted to be easily accessed by prospective learners. Okay? So, number 1, yung mga class advisors noon, and number 2, yung mga non-advisors na magiging assigned din as the EFPs. Okay. Next, pwede din through the established digital and physical enrollment platforms. So, this could be any platforms like FB, Messenger, cell phone, and others. Okay, so the SDO and the schools shall make the LESF available and accessible either in digital or print format whenever the safest way possible. Tapos, pwede rin maglagay sila ng kiosk sa school or sa barangay hall after exhausting all possible means for remote enrollment. So, doon pwede yung physical. Pero again, the physical enrollment will happen on the 3rd week of June. Okay? And then, we have also the regional offices and the schools division offices shall establish hotlines in line with Operation Balik Eskwela to disseminate information and respond queries on enrollment procedures. Okay. Next, defer deadlines for submission. Ito, importante ito. Lalong-lalo na sa mga transferee at mga new students on a particular school. Now, the deadlines for submission of documentary requirements, what are those? Birth certificate, SF9, and even the good moral is required under Section 5A of DepEd Order Number 3, Series of 2018, shall be deferred to December 2020. This shall apply in both public and private schools. So, yung mga requirements niyo, pwede nyo pang isubmit yun by December 2020. Okay? Only schools and their personnel shall coordinate the transmission of learners' records, whether internally, example given, between learners of the previous school and the incoming class advisor, or externally between schools na yun. Okay? Schools shall not compel learners and their parents to take responsibility for the transmission of school records. Okay? So, parents, hindi na kayo ang full responsibility in terms of your report cards and even the SF10 or yung school permanent record niyo. Okay? School to school na po yun. Okay, let's continue. Next, disseminate information on enrollment procedures. The DepEd shall disseminate information on the enrollment procedures to the public through print, social media, radio, and television. Specifically, schools shall publish contact numbers of schools and or designated teachers for queries and enrollment process. Digital format shall be made accessible, downloadable from the website of the central office, regional offices, school division offices, and schools. It shall be made available in the Learner Information System homepage, LIS. Okay? And, syempre, panghuli, encourage stakeholders' participation. Active participation of stakeholders is crucial on this school year's enrollment. DepEd shall implement various means to engage stakeholders from information dissemination to the actual conduct of the enrollment, particularly in enforcing physical distancing. The parents or guardians in particular shall communicate to previous teachers of their children for the enrollment, except for incoming kindergarten, transferee, balik-aral, and ALS enrollees. Okay? So, klaro tayo doon. So, parents, makiisa din kayo sa enrollment ng inyong mga anak. Pwede kayo ang mag-communicate sa previous teachers nila. Okay? Para mas mapadali ang enrollment ninyo ngayong school year 2020-2021. Okay? Punta na tayo ngayon sa stage 2. Ito yung data collection. May question dito. How do we ensure that all potential enrollees are able to submit LESF in the safest way possible? Okay, paano natin may ensure na ang mga enrollees natin ay makakasubmit talaga ng LESF sa ligtas na paraan? Okay, ito yon. Number 1, through class advisors. Yung mga class advisors will contact each learners in their advisory class from the school year 2019-2020, that was last year, using the contact information found in the SF1. Itong SF1, ito yung tinatawag na school register. and data obtained from the early registration. And then the contact shall as much as possible be done remotely with priority given to phone calls, SMS, and social media like Facebook, Messenger, which is mutually convenient for both parties. Tama? Okay. Pangalawa, aside from class advisor, pwede din through the initiative of the parents and guardians. The school shall provide specific instruction on how parents and guardians of prospective enrollees may contact their appointed EFPs. Once contacted by the parents of prospective learners, appointed EFPs shall collect the necessary data. And then the EFPs shall accommodate inquiries and facilitate data collection as remotely as possible, whether via phone call, SMS, and social media, which is mutually convenient to both parties. Okay. Pwede din sa mga hotlines, social media, and other online messaging platforms. Specifically, ang mga schools mag-establish sila ng mga communication such as emails, phone calls, SMS, Facebook, and other messaging platforms that can be contacted by the class advisor. And then the parents and guardians may send their accomplished LESF through school email address published in the respective advocacy materials and webpage. Okay, so napakadali lang po ng data collection natin. Pwede din, ito yung electronic LESF template na kung saan the teacher shall encode their LESF data upon collection in the provided electronic LESF template while waiting for the deployment of LIS encoding module and possible schedules. Now, pangapat na paraan is yung electronic LESF template na kung saan si teacher ang mag-e-encode ng ELSF ng bata upon the collection of the provided electronic LESF template while waiting in the deployment of the LIS encoding module and possible schedules. Now, ganito kasi yun. Ang LIS kasi ay maglalabas sila ng encoding module and possible schedules nila para sa LESF template para mas maging mapadali na ang trabaho ni teacher upon the time na nakuha niya na yung mga informations ng mga bata niya last school year. Okay. And then this digital format of the enrollment form and the electronic consolidation template can be accessed din doon sa LIS. Tapos, advisor will use the summary template and save the file. Send the file to their respective grade heads for consolidation. Si grade head naman ay ika-copy-paste na lang yung summary results of the class advisor to his grade head summary sheet. Ito ay kapareho sa file type ng mga ginagamit ng advisor and consider it as the grade level master summary sheet, which is known as the GLMSS. Continuation, the grade heads will submit their consolidated GLMSS to the school focal person for consolidation of the school master file summary. The same process of copy-pasting, ganun lang din para sa school master file summary. Okay? So for teachers without laptops and internet connectivity, any physical reporting to school to encode LESF data shall strictly adhere to the minimum health and safety standards. If conditions will not allow for physical reporting in school, filled out hard copies of the LESF will be complied until the LIS opens for encoding. Teachers with existing medical conditions shall be provided with assistance during the data collection. So, even the teachers are also provided dito. Okay? So, teachers, alam nyo din kung ano yung mga karapatan ninyo. If ever wala kayong laptop or internet connectivity, pwede kayo mag-report sa school, doon nyo gagawin yung encoding ng LESF ninyo. Tapos, if ever may sakit kayo, ask the admin of your school to have an assistance para sa data collection. Okay? So, tulong-tulong lang po tayo mga teachers. Now, let's talk about the LIS encoding. For existing learners, following the same process in updating the enrollment status of learners at the end of the school year, the enrollment status of learners in a school registry shall be updated based on their SF9. Okay, Learner's Progress Report Card. So, para sa purpose na ito, ang mga previous class advisor, mag-encode lang sila sa mga na-collect nila na data ng learners from the LESF in the LIS. Ganon lang. Okay? And for the incoming kindergarten, transferees, balik-aral, and AS learners, the designated EFP shall encode the collected learners' data to the electronic LESF template. This template shall be forwarded by schools to the Planning and Research Unit at the SDO for consolidation. Okay? So, si teacher, advisor, focus niya yung mga students niya papunta doon sa LIS. Samantalang si incoming kindergarten, transferees, balik-aral, and ALS learners will be handled by the EFPs na kung saan i-collect niya yung data at ilalagay doon sa electronic LESF template. Okay? Another dagdag dito is LIS encoding may be scheduled once the system experiences congestion. Encoding schedule and instruction shall be posted by the LIS. The school head shall ensure that all teachers have the means and support to encode LESF data. School heads shall also extend encoding assistance to teachers who have existing medical condition tulad ng sabi ko kanina. And then public and private schools shall complete their encoding of LESF data in the LISEOSY or end of school year module not later than July 7, 2020. Okay? So, by June, ilalabas na ng LIS ang facility para sa pag-encode ng mga learners' data. Okay? Ganun lang po. Now, let us go to stage 3, the data retrieval. Question: how do we ensure that the LESF data will inform policy and program design and implementation? Now, so the data retrieval has the process of each offices from the central office down to the schools. So for the central office, analysis and evaluation, so they will retrieve necessary data from the LIS and then process results from the LESF and assess how these results may inform related policies and programs. Sa regional and division offices naman, ang analysis and evaluation nila is to access the summary of results from the LIS dashboard, and then they will also assess the implications of results on learning delivery. For schools, yung analysis and evaluation naman is i-assess ng school ang summary results from the electronic LESF template, and they will also assess how these results may affect the learning delivery. So, bawat offices, meron silang jurisdiction sa kanilang analysis and evaluation. Now, let's talk about the forms. Learner enrollment and survey form. The LESF is a tool that will be used to register learners for the school year and gather information on household capacity to facilitate the administration of various learning modules. What are those? Such are the available devices and the possible facilitators and etc. Also discuss here the electronic learner enrollment and survey form template. It is an automated version of LESF that will serve as encoding interface that consolidates all entries made by a teacher available in an Excel format. These forms can be downloaded in the Learner Information System or LIS under the download section of the support tab. Sa ngayon, wala pa, pero hopefully, ilang days mula ngayon, ilalabas na nila yon. Okay, next. Ito naman yung makikita ninyo sa enclosure number 4, DepEd Order number 7, series of 2020. Ito yung hard copy ng enrollment form. Okay? Part ito ng hard copy. Ito yung part D. Ito yung additional requirements. Dito, malalaman ninyo capacity ng pamilya, kung paano ba ang bata pumupunta sa school, ano ba ang accessibility nila sa distance learning, whether it could be online, television, radio, modular learning, or combination. Ano ba ang mga devices na available sa bahay nila, meron ba silang connectivity sa internet, and among others. Okay? So, makikita nyo yan sa DepEd Order number 7 series of 2020. Okay, enclosure number 4. Functions and responsibilities. For the school, okay, ito. I-emphasize ko lang dito ang school kasi yung most likely ang mga higher officials dito alam na. So, for the school na lang, mga teachers. Pre-data collection. Ensure that all learners have facility and assistance in data collection and LIS encoding. Tapos, coordinate with the LGU on the conduct of the modified enrollment. And for communication, we disseminate information on the enrollment, especially to parents and guardians. For the data collection, monitoring tayo. Monitoring data collection and encoding in the system. Technical support, provide support to teachers during data collection and encoding. And for the data retrieval, ito na yung analysis and evaluation, na kung saan i-assess na ng school ang summary of results from the LESF template at i-assess din kung paano ba makaka-apekto sa learning delivery ang mga results na ito. Okay? So, ganun lang po ang kasimple ang ating guidelines for the discussion of the enrollment para ngayong school year 2020-2021. Hopefully, nakatulong ang video na ito at mas naklaro para sa inyo, teachers, parents, guardians, and even learners. Ito pa rin si Sir Ash. Lagi niyong tatandaan, masarap matuto kapag marami tayong nagsasama-sama. Maraming salamat sa suporta. please do subscribe, like, and share. Thank you very much. God bless and stay safe.